Hey Booklanders, welcome back to another video. In today's video I will be talking about all the books I've read, which is all 58 of them. And then also, if you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button because I am one subscriber away from 120 subscribers. And I love you guys so much for that. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so if I'm looking this way is because I'm looking at my laptop. And that's where I put all of it, like all the books I've read. And what I'm going to try and do is put each one of the books on here. Okay, so the first book, and this isn't properly in order. Like, I just did it by memory wise, so please don't go at me with that. So the first series I have here is Twilight. And I read all 5 of the Twilight series. So I read Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn, and Midnight Sun. I have read all 5 of that, and my overall, I'm going to be saying my overall, like, rate for if it's a series or if it's just a book, my overall, just so you guys can know as well. My overall for this was, I didn't put it down, but I would say a 7.5. No, an 8. 8 out of 10. The reason why I put 8 out of 10 is because I didn't like Breaking Dawn that much, and I didn't like New Moon. If Breaking Dawn was a lot more better and had more action, like Eclipse, then I would have enjoyed it. But just giving you an 8, but. Okay, so the next series I have here is The Mortal Instruments, which is all 6 of them. And this was actually my biggest book series that I have read. Yep. Okay, so it is City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, and City of Heavenly Fire. With this one, I already know it was 9 out of 10. The reason why I say 9 out of 10, one, is because when I was reading this, there was only one book that I did not like, and it was, I believe, the Fallen Angels one. So it is this one. And this is the one where I think Clary's mom was getting married. And Simon was just, can't even explain Simon right now, but, yes, so that is the second, books I've read. So far, that's a grand total of 11 books. And then the next series I read was Red Queen, which is Red Queen, Glass Sword, King's Cage, and War Storm. Now, there is another book called Broken Throne, but I don't think I'm gonna get it because it wasn't that, like, this series wasn't my favorite, but one of the books in here is my favorite, if that makes sense. So then you guys can actually see my face. Okay, so then the next book series I have, oh wait, I didn't rate this. I probably rate it 7.5 for sure. Because, one, again, King's Cage, War Storm, I really enjoyed, but it was just really big. Yeah, do you not see how thick she is? I believe this was like 700 pages. Oh no, 600. 661 to be exact. But yeah, so that is 7.5. And then the next one is the Narnia series. So this was actually the first book series that I read this year. And I would definitely give this a 10 out of 10. The reason why is because I truly enjoyed the actual, like, Narnia movies. But when I read this, it was just more better. It was just better, I mean. And you can tell the bond between the brothers and the sisters in that book, in all the books. And I like how no matter what, there was always an adventure to go on. There was always this mystery happening, and I enjoyed it. The next series I have here is the Divergent series. So it's Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant, and 4. I have all of them. I've read all of them. My favorite one is probably 4, because 4 is my favorite character. So I had to read it, you know? It's not as big as the rest of them, but I had to read it because, like, I had to get more meaning of his life. I know a lot of the books were about Trish, but I wanted to know more about 4, because, again, he was, like, a co-main character. So I needed to hear his story too, you know? Okay, so that is 8. 8, yes, out of 10. And then my favorite series, besides Narnia, is actually, it's not even a series, it's a trilogy. And it is To All the Boys I've Loved Before. So I read To All the Boys I've Loved Before, P.S. I Still Love You, and Always and Forever, Lara Jean. Wow, like, I don't even have to hesitate to put in my mark for this. It was definitely 10 out of, I put 100 out of 10. To be honest, because I finished the second book, P.S. I Still Love You, in one day. One day, and that's the fastest I've ever read a book besides Monster, right there. That is the fastest I've ever read a book. And it made me cry so bad. Don't even get me started with it. But that is 100, my top one. And then we got The Hunger Games. See, a lot of people like Hunger Games, but I didn't like it that much. So I'm going to just say 5 out of 10. Sorry. And then we got 10 Blind Dates, which, whew, 9 out of 10. Yep. And then we got The Outsiders, 10 out of 10. No hesitation. And then we got Throne of Glass. Now, a lot of people say the Assassin's Blade doesn't really count as a series with the Throne of Glass. But I do. I count it. So I read Assassin's Blade, and then Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight. I still have the other 4 to go. 4. Still have the other 5 to go. I have Michelle Obama. Oh, yes. I fell in love with this book. I did. It is Michelle Obama. The Michelle Obama. It's not signed or anything, but that's fine. Michelle Obama. I definitely want to get Barack's book because his book came out. So what I'm going to do is after this video, I'm going to be like making a list of all the books that I need to read, especially on my bookshelf here. That way when I buy books, I don't spend so much. Okay, so then we have The Upside of the Unrequired, which this one, 10 out of 10. Yep. You Are a Badass, 10 out of 10, or 100 out of 10 actually, because this made me find myself in what I want to become. I'm still kind of hesitant of what I want to do in life, but I definitely still want to continue doing BookTube. Jurassic Park, 8.5. 8.5. Because sometimes I kind of got confused because it kept switching between different stories, and I didn't like that. So that's the one negative part about it, but other than that, I truly enjoyed it. Little Women, 10 out of 10. Yep. I'm Joe, just so you guys know. I'm definitely Joe. And then we have Heirs of Fate. If you guys don't know what this is, a very good friend of mine, I have her book, and it is basically 3 novellas about 3 different characters. And it's about all this power and like fantasy type of thing. So for this one, 10 out of 10. Not just because she's my friend or anything, but it's just because the way she uses her words in the story, phenomenal. I'll try and leave a picture of her book right there, so then you guys can, if you guys want to see, you can. And then we got Maze Runner. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. This one did not grab my attention. Like, it's just, like, I know how some books, they skip a couple days and then continue talking. But this one was, like, day by day, by day, by day, by day. And the chapters are short, and I was just like, no, I don't like this. So, and then we got Educated, 10 out of 10. I love this one. This was the first, like, non-fiction book I've read. And, wait, is it non-fiction? I get confused between fiction and non-fiction. I know. Just leave me out of it. But, and then we have a book that I read. I don't know how to say the name of it, but it was a book by, if any of you guys ever watched One Tree Hill, the character Peyton, Hillary Burton Morgan, I think her name is, she just released a new book about her life and, like, how she met Morgan and how she got pregnant and how she was trying to get pregnant and all this type of stuff. And I enjoyed it because she was also talking about these plants and how to take care of your plants, and it was beautiful. It's a beautiful story. So this one, 10 out of 10, because I finished this in 3 days. And then we have Iridescent Fury. Okay, Zachary James, if you are watching this, don't get offended. Please, I enjoyed your book. I did. Don't get me wrong. But for some reason, it's not on my top list. So I would give it a 9 out of 10. Like, there was some times where I just felt like putting the book down. But anyways, we're going to continue because this video is going to be really long. And then we have The Sun Is Also a Star. Don't go at me, please. 7.5. Oh, A Curse So Dark and Lonely? 10. 10. Like, I have the Kindle version of the second book, and I do plan on reading it. And then we got Shout Out, which is right here. Shout Out. This is the reason why I actually got to reading. And I reread this book every year. Every single year. I'm not going to stop. Okay. So this one's definitely 10 out of 10. And then we got The Boy in Striped, I think it's Striped Pajamas. It's all the way up there, but... Oh yes, it's PJ, pajamas, like with pants. This one, 10 out of 10. Because, like, it really grabbed my attention the whole time. And anyways, we're almost done. So we're on the 57th book. Oh, sorry, I had a brain fart. The 57th book is The Princess Diaries, which is the first book of the series. This one, 8.5. And then the book I'm currently reading, which is book number 58. I have never read a William Shakespeare book, but this I do plan on reading. So I am only at the first, like, scene, but it's okay. Sometimes I get confused of what is happening, but I'm very glad that they have this, like, I'm gonna show you guys. So on the side, it actually explains what is happening in that scene, all the words you might not know, just so you can get a better idea of what is happening. Okay guys, that's the end of this video. Please make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well, because I'm one person away from 120 subscribers and it will mean a lot to me if I get 120.